Hi, I'm Jennifer. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I want to go through a flip through of the MasterBooks Elementary US Geography and Social Studies curriculum. Now, I've done a review of this based on how we are utilizing it in our homeschool, and I will link that video, but I also wanted to go through a more in-depth flip through of the curriculum. There are three portions to the curriculum. There is the teacher's guide, and then Passport to America, and then the Children's Atlas of the United States. So we'll go ahead and we can start with the Children's Atlas. Okay, so this is a larger book. You open it up and we have the different regions. The introduction, your table of contents. So this tells you where each, what page each of the states is on. And then we get into the state. So as you can see, for each state, it shows where the state is located in the United States. Then it has some interesting facts. In each one of these facts, each one of these locations is over here on the map of the state, as well as some large cities. Like, for example, we're in Alabama, so Birmingham, Montgomery. And then on this side of each one of the states, it will give the preamble, the when it became a state. So, for example, Alabama is the For example, Alabama is the 22nd state. You have the population ranking, capital, state flower, state bird, nickname, and then this one has the highest point. There's also the seal, the flag, and then some little trivia note about the state. So these are in alphabetical order. So here's Alaska. On the page where the map is of the state, you have it's separated by the coordinates. So 1, 2, etc., and then ABCs down the side, so that it helps with determining where the different places are. So for example, if we wanted to look for E, we can go here and you can see that it is 5G. Within the information up here, they always talk about what number the state became a state. So for example, Connecticut was the 5th state, the year, and then the state song. And then if there's an interesting animal or reptile or etc. to be noted. So for example, Connecticut has a state dinosaur. So this spread is for every state. So that is your basic for this book. Let's see. At the back, you'll have the District of Columbia as well. And then the glossary, holidays, index, and then showing your different time zones. So this is basically what the atlas says. For the Passport to America, this comes with the passport, where once you visit each state, you can get a sticker from the sticker page and place it in your passport to show that you have been to that state. So again, you have your map showing what page number the different states are on, how to use the book. So this says within this passport book, you'll get the state flag, the state stats, motto, greetings from a friend, state stamp, picture, quarter, a did you know, and then some images. So a brief history of America. And then we get into the states. And so for this one, they show us the flag and some information about that, and then everything that they told us. And then there's also this special food. Okay, now I really wanted to focus on the teacher's guide as well. So the teacher's guide with MasterBooks will give you the assignment layout by week and day. For example, they suggest starting with Alabama and spending 2 days on Alabama. You read the atlas the first day, the Passport to America the second day, and then you complete the worksheet. Then we go to Alaska. And again, you do the atlas, Passport to America worksheet. And so this is their standard schedule in alphabetical order by state. At the end of the first semester, you'll have a review day, and we'll walk through some of these sheets, but there's a review day for 6 days, and then you can complete the first semester quizzes, and then you start with Montana in the second semester, and they do it the same schedule, and then you have 3 review days, complete the second semester quiz. Now, for the worksheets, so for example, this is Alabama, you have the crossword puzzle, and then you have a did you know, and then color out the Alabama flag. For Alaska, there's a different type of puzzle with questions, and then color the Alaskan flag. Then again, Arizona, this is a word scramble, color the flag of Arizona. One of the additions that they placed in the teacher's guide that is not in the other 2 books are the state ranking sheets. In Passport to America, which is this book, it will tell you for each state where it ranks. So for example, for Pennsylvania, this says we are now the 33rd largest of the 50 states. So you have that ranking in the book. And so you have a state ranking sheet. You will go to this sheet and then place where the state ranks out of the 50 here. And this is something that as you go throughout the states, you'll just fill that in with each state. Then they give you optionals to watch a DVD, music categories for the state. In this book, they will show you a special food. And so if you look in the teacher's manual, they'll have the recipe for that special food. It's not always a recipe, but a lot of times it is. And so then you have your 3 recipes, and then you go back into the general word scrambles, word searches. And so for the next 3 states, you'll then have your state ranking and etc. So that they don't always give you the recipes. For example, North Carolina, so soda, the Cheerwine soda is a special food in North Carolina, and so they just basically tell you that it is a cherry flavored carbonated soda, where it came from, and that you can order it online. So it's not always a recipe. Sometimes it is things like that. As I mentioned, they have the schedule for alphabetical order for your quizzes. The first quiz is basically being able to show where on the map all 50 states are. So you have the list of your states here, and here is your map. And this is for all 50, even if you have not studied the states yet, they still have this as part of your quiz, as part 1, quiz 1. And then quiz 1, part 2 is to match the capitals in alphabetical order for Alabama through Missouri. So quiz 1, part 3 is really getting into some of the more detailed information about each of the states that you had studied. And for quiz 2, it's basically the same thing. So now we're going through and we're still trying to identify the location of each of the states within the United States. And now we're also doing the state capitals, but we're doing them from Montana through Wyoming. And then we have the fill in the blank again. And then they also do have the answer keys for both the worksheets and for the quizzes. Lastly, I wanted to show you that they do have some game ideas for helping to learn the Did You Know section, as well as the state flags, the state quarters, and some different information. I hope this flip through of the MasterBooks Elementary US Geography and Social Studies curriculum has been informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section below, and I will be more than happy to answer them to the best of my ability. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and I hope that you have a great day.